permission. I think so. I doesn't have the permission for the sharing, right?
I will start again. Since a very video sensor.
Okay, right. Now I'm in a co-host, right? Okay. Share. Right.
So can you do it now, sir?
Okay, okay, right. Now I can share, right? Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
okay, let me share the screen. Okay. Mm, okay, please, can everyone can confirm that if they are get the screen?
Sir, we can see nothing yet, sir. Not right now.
Okay, right. Okay. Mm, okay, is it visible to everyone, right?
Still not visible, sir.
Okay, right. So today's we are going to cover cybersecurity essentials and
It's not visible, sir. Still
right. Sorry,
not yet visible,
Till
sir.
not
not
at
audible.
visible. Not visible, sir. PPT.
Okay, it is not visible, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can stop sharing and start sharing again, sir.
Okay. Let me. Now is it
Yes, sir.
Now,
visible?
sir,
Yes,
now visible,
sir.
sir.
It's visible now. Yes,
Okay,
sir. It's
right.
visible now, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you. So today's topic is cybersecurity essentials and digital forensics, right? Okay. So today's agenda for the webinar, right? Introduction. We can go for the introductions, and after that, we can go for the common attacks related with the cybersecurity and cyber kill chain methodology. So, what are the methods that are involved in this cybersecurity fields, right? Okay, and after that, we can go for some practical working with security tools. So, basically, it is the FDP session, right? So, we can go for some practical modules as well. After that, we can check on digital forensics, what is digital forensics, and its usage in the current scenario, or what we can achieve with that forensics in the digital field, right? Okay. So, shall we start with the introduction, right? Okay. So, cybersecurity, as we know, all know, right? In current scenario, it is the most important aspect of everyone's life, I think so, right? So, wherever you go, there's a cyber field involved in it, right? So your online presence is important. So whenever you meet anyone or any person, so today's interaction is going social day by day, right? So it's getting more of online presence available on the internet, right? So according to that, cybersecurity threats are also going to increase, right? So in today's scenario, cybersecurity is the most important aspect. Even if we can check uh, your authentication is online, right, from the OTP and all the things, right? Online transactions, banks are going online, right? So everything is online. So definitely there's a threat available in all the aspects in this online presence, right? So so let's start. Introduction concept is there. So I think so everyone aware about the cybersecurity, right? Okay. Uh, in today's scenario, I think so. Day by day, organizations are conducting various awareness programs according to their needs, or to aware the people about the cybersecurity and how you can stay secure in this present scenario, right? Okay. So let me move forward. Okay. So can we go for the right? Yes. Right. Okay. So, first of all, we can see the common attacks involved in the cybersecurity field, right? As we go cybersecurity essentials. There are social engineering techniques involved. So, what is social engineering? Basic concept is what is about social engineering, right? Does anyone know about this social engineering? Have you ever heard about this? Can anyone tell me about that? Okay. Does anyone know anything about social engineering? Okay, still, I think so. People are joining, right? Okay. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, right. So, right. Okay. So, social engineering is a basic concept in which there are phases involved in the cybersecurity field. Social engineering, in a terms, we can identify, or we can say information gathering about the target, right? So, it is the concept of involving with the people to enumerate their details or something like, for example, where does he stay, what does his address or her address, right? And some of the techniques involved in this, it has been divided into different parts, right? Social engineering techniques. So first we can say shoulder surfing, right? Shoulder surfing is a basic technique where you can see that in the slide. uh, Shoulder surfing is a concept of where you are doing your work, homework, or let's say you are log into your Facebook account, right? So someone behind you over the shoulder can attempt to look on your passwords, right? Or what are you doing on your machine, or you can say computer or laptop, right? Or anything else device, right? So it is a concept of from behind. So people should be aware about it, that if we are going to input some passwords or something credentials like that, so we have to be aware that somebody can watch or can do look after it behind, from us behind, right? So it is a concept of shoulder surfing, right? So this can be happen in anywhere, right? So if suppose we are in an ATM, right? ATM machine. So if someone is your behind, right? So you can shoulder surf so that you can attempt to steal your pin, right? Okay, ATM pin. So it is kind of first social engineering techniques that involved in common attacks, right? So hope you all know about it, right? Right. So next one is so changing techniques in common attacks, eavesdropping, right? So what would be the concept of eavesdropping? So eavesdropping means, in technical terms, in other terms, it means, I think so, listening to someone other's communication, right? Okay. So eavesdropping in the technical term, we can say that there's two machines, right? Okay, two machines. One is, we can say, client machine, or other one could be the server, right? Okay. Or between, we can say these are the communication between the two nodes, right? So two nodes means two PC, you can say, right? So in this, we can see that computer user is making a communication, right? Okay. Or eavesdropping attack is being performed by hacker, right? So he can make communication with the computer user and well as server, right? So he can eavesdrop in between both the nodes, right? So the hacker can listen and he can manipulate, or the hacker can even see the communication happening between the two nodes, computer user and server, right? So it is being possible with the different with the help of different protocols available in the networks, right? Network protocols, right? There's a protocol called ARP, Address Resolution Protocol. I think you must people have been aware of that, right? Address resolution protocol is being used to resolve IP addresses into the MAC addresses, right? Okay. So as part of this, ARP in this scenario, ARP table has been created. So ARP table has been manipulated by the hacker. So hacker can uh, listen to the connections from the computer user and from the server users. So hacker can manipulate both the communications, and he can even change the or listen the uh, communication what is going on between them, right? So it is a concept of eavesdropping, right? It is a social engineering technique, right? One of this. Okay. Uh, so next one is suppose if you are in the mall, right? So somewhere in the mall, right? Or in the open places. So suppose you have connected to the open Wi-Fi, right? So it can be the possibility that someone can could eavesdrop your connections and listen to your networks, right? So be careful about them. So you should avoid connecting to the open networks, right? Okay, open Wi-Fi networks are available in the places like crowded places, right? For the free access, right? So there should be available miscellaneous activities are available there, so they can eavesdrop the communication as well, right? Okay, so next one is we can move forward, right?
ये 20 के आसपास है
Okay, sorry, right?
और ये पीपल्स में तो 3-3 महीने से अपडेट नहीं आ रही है
Okay, is there someone wants to talk, right? Okay, Monica ji, right? Can you confirm that is anyone wants to talk?
No, sir, they don't want to talk here. I think this is misunderstanding. Okay, I think
Okay.
some. Okay. You can continue, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
So, common attacks involved, associating other techniques also involved as phishing concepts involved, right? As well as phishing is a concept of, you can see that here's the mail comes in the Google account, Gmail account, right? For the confirmation of the account ownership, right? So, but let me check that. The mail comes from the Gmail account itself, right? Okay, so official mails, okay, from the official account it doesn't come, right? Okay, so it is like something ACC Gmail, auto robot something at the rate gmail.com. So every time when we get the mail, we have to check or keep the authenticity check of the mail from where it is coming. So uh, that we can avoid such things, right? Phishing is a kind of we can say create a fake page or fake of something that uh, allure to get some important information, right? For example, I have created the fake page of Instagram, right? Okay, the Instagram, then I can send it to the anyone, so he can get into the trap, or he could reveal the username and password, right? So here it is also it is confirming in the link that if we go to the link and click on that, so it will redirect to a different destination, right? So there's a possibility that you can get hacked by the hacker of your account, right? So it doesn't being your account after that, right? Okay. So also we have the concept of wishing, right? Wishing is a concept. We can say that alternate days you can every day now you can get a call by someone calling from mm, okay, someone calling from call center or someone from you can say company asking you to be asking you to about credentials and your details or if you're interested in some schemes or like that, right? So they allure you to the big something like that you can get surprise or lotteries or something like that, right? So even it is happening in between these days also, right? Even after we have these kind of awareness in cybersecurity, it is also happening in this time also, right? So someone is asking about to go to the phone pay and scan the QR code, and that's it. After that, you get the message that your account has been debited with this amount, right? Okay, so wishing is also the other kind of social engineering tactics, right? Which involved in this kind of phishing concept, right? It is also a tactic of involving stealing informations or, for example, credit cards information or getting into that, revealing the details regarding the credit cards or ATM cards or accounts, something like that, right? And after that, smishing is a concept, as we can see that in the slide, that uh, the target gets the message, right? You have won $5,000. The prize needs to be claimed ASAP, right? Please reply with your bank information, right? So when it is coming by the SMS, so it is a concept of smishing, right? You can get it by the SMS. So it is a concept of smishing, and when you get it by a call, right? So it is a concept of wishing. And if it is online, if you are getting a link, it can be from anywhere, right? Right. Link you are getting, right? As we can see that in the email, or as we can see that in the WhatsApp or in the social media, Instagram, right? So it can be redirected to any different page. So it looks like an original. So it may be the concept of phishing, right? Okay. So these are the common attacks involved in this scenario, social engineering tactics, right? As shoulder surfing and eavesdropping and phishing, wishing and smishing. So let me move forward, right? And again, we can go for common attacks involve password cracking attacks, right? As we can see, brute force, right? There's two different attacks involved in it. One is brute force and the other one is dictionary attack, right? So password cracking attacks involve like brute force. Brute force uses the combination of different combinations, right? Like permutation of multiple names and passwords, multiple login credentials, so that it can attempt different usernames with the different passwords. So it can match the exact hash value or something like that, right? So if you can see that brute force attack is much time consuming that dictionary attack, right? So dictionary consists of, if you can see that dictionary consists of a dictionary, right? Dictionary, we can say that is like word list, right? Word list, which involves several passwords, and we are trying to involve with the target, right? So if you are using the dictionary, so it consists of the particular users' password names. We are just guessing that it could be the password. I have created a word list, right? So I have, suppose I have created a .txt file, notepad, with the help of the word text editor notepad, and I have inserted some names, right? And I have created a dictionary. So I can use that dictionary with that particular tool or something like that attack, right? So it is quite faster, right? Because it has to use only the names which are involved in the dictionary, right? And instead of that, uh, dictionary is more faster than brute force attack, we can say, right? Uh, as we see that uh, brute force is more more is connected to the hash algorithms, or we can say it involves the combinations, right? So it will work until or it will take time until it will crack the passwords or it will get the credentials, right? And in the dictionary, it will stop working after the end of the dictionary, right? If I have inserted some words like password 1, password 2, password 3, password 4, right? And password 10, password 100. So I have the 100 passwords in the list in the dictionary. So, right. Is it audible? Right? Guys, is someone, am I audible, guys? Okay, right. Okay. So, in the dictionary, as just I have said, we have created the list password 1 from password 100, and it will one by one it will try it out all the passwords in the dictionary list, right? Okay, and after that, after it is being exhausted, and it will not anymore use that dictionary, right? Okay, so if we can get the password, then it is fine, right? Otherwise, you are not going to get the password in the, if it is in the dictionary, you are right bang on the password, right? If it is not in the dictionary, then it is not possible to crack up, right? Okay. Instead, on the other side, in the brute force attack, we can say that it will try out till uh, when the password is being cracked, right? Okay. So I think it is being clear that what is the difference between the brute force and dictionary attack, right? Okay, great. So let us move on forward. These are the common attacks involved in this field. So, right. So after the dictionary attack, we have a methodology called cyber kill chain methodology, right? As everyone know about it, there's the phases involved in this kind of technologies, right? When we go for the sessions like that, or for the cyber security phase, so when it comes to the types of hacker, there involves white hat hacking, gray hat hacking, and black hat hacking, right? So when it comes to the white hat hacking, right? So it is ethically, right? We can do ethically. Okay. So ethically means we have all the proper legally, right? Legal permissions to perform the vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. Okay. So cyber kill chain methodology is coming from the all the things are so it is a concept given by Lockheed Martin from the army field, right? He's from the army field, so it has been adapted into this field also, right? So live human examples are being available on this scenario, right? Okay, so cyber kill chain methodology involves recurrence, right? First concept is recurrence. So if we can go for recurrence, recurrence is the phase where we identify the target's details, right? So social engineering tactics also involved dumpster driving concept, right? Dumpster driving. Dumpster driving means if we can get any details from the garbage or from the trash or from the we can say piece of paper, so it can be the information, right? So even in today's scenario, even people are trying to write something and uh, critical information, right, on the paper, piece of paper, and they throw it into the garbage, right? So as a garbage piece of paper, so it can be the critical for hackers point of aspect, right? It's from hackers perspective, it is being the most vital information, right? Okay. So second is weaponization, right? Weaponization means how we can identify exploits, right? Exploit, we can say, if we have collected all the information regarding targets, and after that we have got some weakness in the targets scenario, right? Okay, or from the point of gathering information, we have find some vulnerabilities in the target system, or we can say target software or application. It could be anything, right? Okay. Server, we can say, if even it is in the phone, Android phone, anything can be vulnerable, right? Even a Zomato application, or any application, we can say, it could be vulnerable. From the point of, we can say, Android has been developed by Google, right? It has been the part of Google team. So they have done their all portions, and they have done all their vulnerability assessments and software testings and SDLC concepts applied on it, right? So after that, we have installed the Zomato application, right? So Zomato is being the different thing from the Android is the operating system, and Zomato is being the application which we are using in the Android operating system. So Zomato developers have been developed their own product, and it's been different from the Android, right? So we have a scenario that Zomato developers have left something vulnerable inside the applications or in the coding phase, right? So this could be the part that the phone can be, or maybe the application can be compromised, right? So these are the things that work for the exploits. We have to find out from the information gathering phase, right? Okay. So here we can see that weaponization is coupling exploits with backdoor into the deliverable payload. Okay. After that, payload seems to be the concept of, in technical term, we can say that payload is the concept that fetch us reverse shell, right? I think you people must be aware about the shell, which we get in the operating system, right? Okay. So shell, most probably, I think so. We used to interact with the kernel of an operating system, right? Okay. So shell something like work like interpreter, and it store all the commands which we give it in the we can say terminal, right? Or CMD, we can say CMD, right? Okay. Command prompt. So if we can go after that, there's the delivery part as well, delivery phase as well, right? So delivering the exploit, or what we have created, to the victim, it is a concept which involves in the delivery phase, right? We can go it by email, web, or USB, or we can give it by any medium which is available, because everything is online, right? Even automation is the biggest factor involved in the which is involved in the industry, right? Okay. So everything is goes automating, right? Automation, and according to that, changes are coming to the this industry as well, right? So delivery can be given to the victim through any phase, right? Okay, any medium. After that, we can go for the exploitation phase. Exploitation phase means we have to execute that code on the victim systems, which is being available in the payload or weapon, right? Which we have in the second phase, weaponization. We have created, or we have got from somewhere, or something like that, right? So in the delivery phase, we have given to the victim, or we have provided it to the victim machine or target or anything device, right? So exploitation phase involves how we can execute that payload, and how we can go for it so that it can be vulnerable, and uh, provide us the method to access that system, right? Right. Exploitation, we are exploiting, and after that, it will go for the installation technique, right? Installation phase means how we can inject the malware, or we can create the backdoor inside the uh, system, or available in the system, right? So after the installation, after executing the malware into the system, malware, we can say that there are different types of malwares are available, right? As we can go for virus, worms, trojans, right? Adware, spyware. There are different malwares are available, right? Okay. So after that, after the execution or installing the malware, we can get the CNC, C2 server access, right? C2C means command channel for remote manipulation of victims. Command and control, right? Command and control. C2 means we are or we have get the session from the we have got the session from the victim's point, or from the victim's machine, right? So we have the full control over the victim's machine, so that we can involve with the uh, actions, right? uh, for I have to gather the information from his machines, or from I have to execute something like that, I have to retain something, right? So there is an objective for what we are doing in that, right? So in the vulnerability assessment and penetration testing phase, we have to go through the every portion, right? Every portion of, or every aspect. So we have to check everything. So what are our objectives? That defines its limits, right? So in the cyber kill chain methodology, we are doing something for, we have some objectives on it, right? Okay. So for a suppose we have to get the passwords from the machine, right? So I have taken access from the system and gather all the passwords from the machine, or informations from the machine, or I have created a user in it, or I have created installed another applications in it, or I have done something else in it, credentials regarding online, which could have been saved on the hard disk, right? So these are the methods which are involved in cyber chain methodology, right? Okay. I think that it is clear to everyone, right? Okay. So these are the method available in the cyber kill chain methodologies. Okay. So let me check some tools here, right? So let me check some tools here. Okay. Can we have the practical? So can please clear me that if the screen is visible or not, right? You can go for the practical, right? Okay. Right. Let me check. Okay. Is the screen is visible? Please, can you confirm that?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Visible.
sir. Your voice is
Okay. Right. Great. So here we have the virtual machine, right? Okay. So here we have the virtual machine. Mm, right. VMware, I think so. Virtualization, you people must have been aware about it, right? Okay, so here we have the virtual machine on the VMware workstation, right? So I have the machine with the name Windows, right? And I have the user called Cybrome, right? Which I have been associating with for the past 7 years, right? Okay. Okay, so let's take login into this machine. Okay, it's been taking long. Okay, great. Right. So This is a machine, right? Okay, Windows machine. So let me go for the password cracking method, right? Okay. So here we are. It is a Windows machine, right? So if we can go for, right, if we can get access to someone's laptop or someone's machine, right? Okay. So how it is easy to get the passwords, right? Okay. So let me check. I'll go to the registry editors, right? Registry editors, right? Reg edit. Okay, registry editors involved in it. So please be aware about it, right? So these are the techniques which should be known about, right? So I'll get in the registry editors and I have go to the local machine, right? HK local machine, and I have copied it, right click, and I have export the SAM file, right? Okay, I exported the SAM file, and okay, I have to save it in the registry hives extension, right? Okay, with the name SAM, right? Okay. Okay, so where it is being saved, I don't know. Let's check. Okay. So and system also, right? SAM consists of the passwords, right? It consists of the passwords related to the Windows users. Okay, SAM, Security Accounts Manager, which defines. Okay, system, right? System involves all the properties related to the system and users accounts as well, right? Okay. So I have to export it. Registry hives. Okay. So it is in documents, right? Okay. So with the system name, I have to save it, right? Okay. So suppose I have saved these files in the pen drive, right? And I have taken these files, right, in the documents, right? Okay. SAM and system. Okay, great. So I have saved these files into the pen drive and or any medium device, portable medium device, and I have taken it to the another system, right? And I have used a tool called LoftCrack, right? So let me check LoftCrack. Okay, is it LoftCrack, right? Okay, is it installed or not? I don't know. Is it installed? Okay, sorry, it is being not installed. So let me install it. LoftCrack, where it is. Let's see setup, right? Okay, so as in every Windows operating system, as you all know, we have to install it by clicking next, 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 right? So you can install it, right? Okay, so here we go. Install. Okay, so here we have uh, next completed. Okay, so it's been checked, right? Run LoftCrack, finish. So let's start LoftCrack, which will open an interface, right? Okay, it's taking time. Okay, great. Right. So here we have to click on the start a new session, right? Okay, start a new session. And after that, we have to import the files, right? Okay, so you have to import the SAM and system files, right? So click on it and browse the locations where you have kept the files, right? I've kept it in the documents location, right? Okay, so there we go. System, open, right? Run import immediately, right? So it works to import all the accounts from my system, right? Okay, or from the target system. Okay, so it has imported all the, you can see that it has imported all the user accounts, right? Okay, so here are the NTLM hashes available, right? It is an MD5 algorithm, right? Okay, so NTLM hashes, new technology, land manager, right? So we have imported the accounts and all accounts are being selected, right? So we have to go to the audit and there we can see that brute force, right? So we can go for the brute force, right? And we can select for fast and run audit immediately, right? Okay. So here we go. Let's check what will happen. Okay, so it is evaluating all the users, right? It is running the brute force attack. Okay, so it is mentioning that 3 password hashes. Okay, it is MD4, right? MD4 with the salts, right? No different salts, right? Okay, let us check what will happen. Okay, it is searching for all the accounts, right? Okay. It's taking time. Okay, we have the passwords with 2 accounts, right? Default user, Cypher, Win, right? And these are the system accounts. Okay. Okay, so it is time consuming, right? As I have mentioned earlier, uh, it will take time, brute force, right? Okay, it is running still running. Okay. Okay, it's still taking time. Node number 1 of 2, right? Okay. Okay, great. Okay, check the session completed. Node 1, node number 2, right? So it is being so into node number 2. So let me go forward. It's taking too much time, right? Okay. Okay, now let me stop. We can go for dictionary, right? Dictionary is being right. We can go for dictionary, right? If we can remove all this, stop, right? Okay. So if we can go for remove accounts, right? Okay, all the accounts then remove, right? This will be not selected. Okay. Okay, so we can check that brute force is taking time, right? So let me go for right, unimport immediately again. Let me go for select, right? Okay, so audit. Let me check for pause, right? Okay, run audit immediately. So okay, so you can check that dictionary has been fast, right? Okay, so it has cracked the password of Cyprom user, right? Okay, so it takes only 2 seconds, right? Okay, so there is a need of that password should be complex and according to that complexity, right? It should take time, right? In the dictionary format, if it is available in the dictionary, then it can crack it within seconds, right? Or if it is in the brute force, and so it will take time with the permutation and combinations, right? So it will take time and it will surely give the result, brute force stack. And in the dictionary, it is not confirmed that you can get the password or not, right? So you can see that it is still finding the password of Arvind, right? Okay, so it takes approximately around 2 seconds, right? Sure. So I think you have seen that, right? Okay. Great. Can we stop there, right? So we can move on to the further practical sessions. Okay. Right. Sorry, guys. So can we stop that? Can we move on? Okay. Can you hear me, guys? Okay, right. So let's stop it. Right. So stop. Mhm. Okay. Sorry. No, I'm going to save it. Right. So this is the concept of password cracking, right? So let's move on to the another information gathering, like right cases. So if we go for Linux, right? So we have the concept of foundation, offensive security foundation, right? So offensive security foundation has provided us with the operating system known as Linux, right? So it is being used for the forensics parts as well and vulnerability assessment and penetration testing as well, right? Okay. So right, this is the again, I have been into the virtual machine, right? So let me go into the terminal, right? Okay, it is being not started yet. Okay, so go for it. Right, open the terminal, right? Let me check the machine's IP, right? Okay, so, okay, great. So let me open the browser here, right? Okay, so okay, in the recurrence phase, as just I've said, cyber kill chain methodology, right? In the recurrence phase, we can go for the information gathering part, right? So here we have the right. Here we have the extension called Vaporizer, right? So you can add with the Firefox extensions, right? Add-ons, right? So it is the add-on called Vaporizer. So we can use to enumerate the technologies which is being involved in any website, you can say, right? Okay. So let me go for cyberroom.com, right? Okay. So okay. So this is the website, right? Site1.com. Right. Okay. So right, nice. So I can go to the Vaporizer extension, right? So I can go to the Vaporizer extension and I have to look it out the technologies which is being used to create this website, right? Okay. So I can identify the services involved in this website. Okay. So I'm just going through the information gathering phase, right? Okay, let's see. Great. Okay, so the developer is being using the WordPress, right? So CMS, right? CMS Content Management System. WordPress is here, 5.9 version, right? And the definitely WordPress is being developed in the PHP framework, right? Okay. So here we can go. There are the analytics tools available, Facebook Pixel, right? And Cloudflare, Google Analytics, and database is being used, MySQL, right? So here we can see that what are the technologies available in this websites, right? So right there it is. It is using the plugins, right? We have plugins concepts in the WordPress, right? Content management system. So WordPress plugins and the theme is being used Astra, right? So the HTTP headers is version 2, right? So it is using Google Font API, Google Tag Manager, Elementor, right? So these are the services given by WordPress CMS, right? So you can see that. Okay, WP optimized, right? Okay. So these are the technologies which are being used in this website. So this it is the information gathering phase, right? So recurrence. In the recurrence, I can go for it, right? For example, let me check. There we right. So I have to identify the who is information, right? Who is database which keeps informations regarding the domain names, right? So I have the cyberroom.com domain, right? Who is information, right? So I have to check it out the informations, right? Okay, right. So here we can see that the domain name is HTTP, right? Registrar, right? The domain name is being registered to GoDaddy and it is updated on 2022, right? And creation, right? It is being taken over on 2018, okay? And it is expiring on 2023, right? So we can check on that. So here we can get the DNS server informations, right? So what are the DNS servers are being used here? So these are some tactics which we can use for the information gathering phase, right? So again, we can go for another website called so what do I think? Let me check. Suvo or sorry, suvo.io, right? Suvo. Check. So, okay, email find us, right? Okay. Oh, no, sorry. Okay, email finder is not loading. It is working or not? It's a problem. Let's with the internet. So it's in okay, it's working. It's okay. I think so. Website is being down. Right? Okay. So there's another tool called Harvester, right? So I can go for the Harvester tool, right? The Harvester, right? The Harvester tool where I can define the domain names, right? Okay, let me check help regarding it. Okay, so we can go for source, right? Okay, -d source and -d domain. Okay, -d domain, right? So the harvester, right? So I can get -d domain cybrone.com, right? And -b, I have to check it out LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn. I have to get the accounts from the LinkedIn account, right? Okay. So the people who are being actively participating in LinkedIn with the cybrome.com, right? Okay. So let me check it out. Okay, 100 results. Okay. Okay, so here we can see that there's right, the people involved with the cyber organizations, right? So this is the information is available, right? Okay, so those people who have used Cyberroom, right? So we can search it out here. The people associated with Cyberroom, right? So is it clear, guys? Can you confirm it, right? Okay. Okay, is it visible or can you confirm it, guys? Okay. Okay, right. Great. I hope you people have been getting this, right? Okay. Okay. So great. There are different tools are being available here, right? So we can perform enumerations and perform things like that. So we can get so there is time limitation as well, I think so, right? So we have the concept of digital forensics as well, right? So let's move on forward to that, right? Okay. So okay.
Yes.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your for you sharing your insight in this much uh, much needed
Okay, okay.
topic. It has
Okay,
really
I
been
think
wonderful.
so. Okay, okay. Right,
Uh,
right.
yes, sir. So, would you like to continue with something, sir?
Uh, there's a concept of digital forensics as well. So I think so there's a time limitation as well, I think so, right? So
No, sir. We can have till 12:30, sir.
12:30. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think so there's 10 minutes left. So
Yes,
digital
sir.
forensics I can just explain it so we can get the practical, right?
Sure, sir. Sure,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so I can explain it. Okay, right. Now let's move on to that. So digital forensics, right? Okay. So, digital forensics is the concept which involves, you can see that in today's scenario, there is everything you can hear about the cyber crimes involved, right? So, cyber crimes is getting increased day by day, right? So, each and every day, even I though get the calls from colleagues and friends and relatives that's this thing has been happened with me, right? Okay, so forensics is the concept that we can digital forensics, right? So digital forensics is the concept that we can conserve, or we can say that we can evaluate the we can say evidences from the digital devices, right? So suppose there is a crime happen between the times, right? So it is uh, it is involved the cyber, right? It is involved in internet, online presence, or something like digital devices. So it involves the forensic investigation, right? Uh, so cyber department, or it involves cyber laws as well, right? Indian IT Act and everything involves in it, right? So there are different sections available. So in that, we have to go for the case, right? If it is in the code, right? So we have to present the evidences to the court, right? Legal authorities. So there's a different segment in the cybersecurity field called forensics. So it is digital forensics, right? So digital forensics involve the study of uh, extracting evidences, or documentation of evidences, right? Or we can say that it has been used, and it has been extracted, or it has been processes from the point of presenting as an evidence to the legal authority or court, right? So it can be anything, right? For example, there's been crime happened and we have got the evidence as laptop. So we can examine that laptop from the point of digital forensics field, right? From the concept of digital forensics. So this involves a, method of digital forensics. Okay, so I hope you people have been get right. So whenever these kind of activities happen, right? So we have different phases available in this also. There is a first responder toolkit available in which the person, resource person, right? Okay, or we can say authority, go to the premises and with this first responder toolkit, which involves everything, every tool which is being needed for the forensics department, right? So uh, according to that, we have to the authority person should have to see the digital device or anything the concerned person should get, right? Okay, so it goes through the phases, different phases. Identification, right? Identify the purpose of investigation, and identify the resource required. So preservation, and that should be possible, that from the crime happened to the till time being we have got that laptop, it is possible that some evidences should be erased from the location, so from the digital devices, right? So for that, we have to go through the forensics methods to identify the clues and anything that we can get from that. Okay, so we have to preserve those, we can say PC or hard disk or data, those we get from the premises, right? So analysis, after that, we have to do the analysis of that particular thing which we can get, right? Okay, from the location, right? Identify tools and which is being used, right? Process data, and after that we have to analyze the results, right? And what we have get from that, that should be go for the documentation phase, right? Which we can see that the evidence collection, right? Or we can properly document it for the presentation, right? so that we can give it to the explanation phase to the particular lawyer or someone else, right, who is presenting our case, right? So these are the phases involved in it. So in the documentation phase, you can go for photographs and sketchings and crime scene mappings, and that all things are involved, right? So here we have the particular tool called autopsy, right? So autopsy is being used for the digital forensics. So if we can see that, I didn't have much time, right? So you people are being also dignitaries are very conscious about that your time is precious, right? Okay, so let me finish it. Autopsy tool is being used for the hard disk, or we can say storage devices enumeration, right? So through this, we can get identify the metadata and the previous available informations, or even we can fetch the deleted files or deleted informations, right? So it keeps all the informations regarding the storages, right? So that we can further retrieve the deleted items or deleted photos, or maybe which would be important in aspect of investigation, right? So these are the tools available in the, or there are multiple tools available. So let me finish it here. Thank you very much, guys. So if there are any questions, you can go for, right?
Ma'am, question.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone has any question? They can ask right now. Yes, sir. Angad. If,
Are we done?
there's a question from Mr. Angad.
So it's in the chat, I think so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are enabling that. What is we are going to. What is preservation? Please explain with example.
Preservation, right?
Yes, sir.
Preservation in terms of digital forensics, right? So in terms of digital forensics, we can say that there's kind of, we can create an image, right? Okay, it's echoing, I think so. So in the case of, we can create an image so that it will not, anybody can change it, right? Uh, for example, that we have got the evidence on the date like 29 June, right? So we are getting it on 30th June, or someone have manipulated it, right? Or opened it. So it has kind of different meta tag involved in that directory or images or anything, right? So in the preservation phase, we just create a particular image of that hard disk, right? Hard disk or storage devices, so that we can preserving the uh, real aspect of that hard disk, right? So it stays remain unchanged. It will not change the meta informations of particular file folder or anything objects available in the operating systems, right? Or storage devices.
And so there's another question from Jay Prakash. He
Okay.
wants to know, he wants you to throw a light on logic bomb.
Sorry?
Logic bomb.
Logic.
Yes, sir.
Logic bombs, it can be created in anything. I think, say, if you are well versed with the programmings, so we can go for it. we can create and send it to anyone. And it could be anything. Even you can go for a batch script, right? So batch scripting or shell scripting or any kind of scripting, So you can create logic bombs in it. Okay, right? So
Yes, and there's a request from Mr. Arsh Kumar. He wants some resources on ethical hacking and digital forensics.
okay, resources. I think you can get into the field, right? And after that, you can join communities related with cybersecurity field and forums. I think so. Forums are involved, and you can get into the uh, field of right, fields, yeah, or making conversation with the I think so pros and the field experts. So you can definitely get a chance there, right? Okay. Or resources
Um,
from there. Okay.
that seems to the end of the questionnaire, I guess, sir, because I can't find any more questions.
Right.
So
Okay, great.
thank you so much, sir,
It's my
for
privilege.
your
It's my privilege, right? Okay.
not
Such
only that you
wonderful,
have
right.
shared your valuable knowledge, you've given an excellent handout on that cyber, all those details, and also that you accepted our request for this session. For that also, we are very thankful. And
Thank you so much, right?
yes, sir. And
Oh,
we would be sending you appreciation certificate very soon, sir.
okay, great. No problem.
Uh,
Thank you. Right.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, right.